Yeah, I mean, it's just another game. We understand there's going to be a lot of people watching. It's an anticipated wait to the NFL season. We're excited for it, and I know the Rams are excited for it. Going to play the defending Super Bowl champs and watching them raise their banner. That'll be an interesting feeling for sure. And I've talked to a few people that have played and coached in this game before, and just really the unanimous thing that they were talking about was it feels like playoff atmosphere. So we got to understand that going in, not get too high, not get too low, understand the flow of the game, and just try to put our best foot forward and try to win the game.
Can you tell us who you talked to that's been through this kind of thing, or
I'll keep that one to myself. So thank you.
Isaiah McKenzie's been a guy that everybody seems to has a story about him, and he's always laughing, and he's kind of a jokester. But when you look at his potential role this year for this offense, I mean, he's in line to maybe take a pretty significant step in terms of playing time and targets and that kind of thing. What have you seen from him to give you confidence that he's ready for that increased role?
Yeah, he knows his job. Every time we put him in there, he seems like he's doing the right thing. His explosiveness, after the catch, as well as creating separation before the catch. It's really not too many guys in the league that can run with him. He's extremely quick, extremely fast. He's going to be a great asset for our offense, and to see him mature over the last few years that he's been here, he's my longest tenured receiver. So I've got a really good relationship and rapport with him, and like I said, again, to see him grow from then until now, it's not just in football, but in life, it's been really, really fun to watch and be a part of, and he's a special guy.
He was benched last year at a time, and then when you guys needed him in that New England game, he really came through. How much did you learn about him maybe from that game, and how did that maybe impact the rest of the last season and then going into this year?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at his story and what he's been through in his life, it's kind of a microcosm of what last year was, ups and downs, but just continued to fight through it, put his head down, and now he's, our number one slot and going to contribute a lot to our offense this year. And again, I'm looking forward to it.
Josh, you've seen enough of Aaron Donald to watch it on TV probably, but now getting in depth on the film. I mean, can you imagine that there's a more disruptive guy on defense than that?
There's not. He's one of one, and I think everybody knows that. Scary to watch the film of him and just understand that you've got to go in with a plan, to block him, and everybody does it. So he's extremely specialized in now taking on doubles and understanding that there's going to be help on him, but it sometimes doesn't seem to matter. He kind of gets his way for the most part. But again, if we can be on time with throwing, keep them off balance maybe in the run game and just try to limit, how he can impact the game. But he's Aaron Donald for a reason, and we're going to have our hands full with him.
Josh, you told us last.
Similarly, can you imagine if Von Miller was on that team?
Yeah.
I mean, how fortunate do you feel that he's in your building and not?
For sure. No, Von, again, he was voted a captain today, and that just kind of speaks volumes to, the grasp and the handle that he has on this team already. But yeah, that'd be tough to imagine. But they still got some playmakers on that side of the ball, and at the DN position, they're adding an All-Pro linebacker and Bobby Wagner. Everybody knows about Jalen Ramsey, and they got a few other pieces that are getting better and better. So we're gonna have our hands full. They're the defending Super Bowl champs for a reason, and we got to go in there and, like I said, just try to put our best foot forward.
We talked about seeing the banner being raised. Right there, just in the back of your mind, you keep feeling that the what if that we could have been in that game kind of thing.
I mean, you can get lost in that, but our goal's moving forward and focusing on week one and this season. But again, it starts Thursday night, and you can't live looking in the past. We gotta focus on what's ahead, and what's ahead is Thursday night.
You said about making this like every other game. Did you have to learn that, even if you thought that when you first started, and you maybe your first night game or that game in Dallas, to tell yourself it's like any other game, but now you've had the experience in these and you feel it. Did it take learning how to deal with that to then really approach it like another game?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I do, like when we're on the field, whether it's a primetime game or Sunday 1 o'clock game, to me they all feel extremely similar. Like Again, it's the game of football. Sometimes you get shorter rest, sometimes you get longer rest. You know, those are typically Thursday night games you're playing on 4 days of rest. So this one's different. Obviously, we've been game planning for a long time. They've been game planning for a long time. And the reality of it is we don't have film on them this year. They don't have film of us. So we could be game planning for something and come game time get something completely different. But again, that comes with in-game adjustments. That comes with trusting Coach Dorsey and our offensive staff and trusting the other 10 guys on the field to adjust throughout the game and just try to make some plays.
What made it easy? You talked about Sean doing the What's made his transition into a leadership position so easy from your perspective?
Yeah, I think you look at the track record of what he's done, who he's been in this league for a long time, how he handles himself, how he talks to his teammates, and especially in his D-line group, and just the things that he's able to teach them and bring along to that group. And again, in the locker room, he's a fun guy to be around. Always playing his music, and he's a DJ in there, and guys respect him. Again, based on what he's done, but too on how he's been in the building here and what he hopes to do for us here as well.
You mentioned how the Rams haven't seen what you guys look like yet. As Dorsey gets to finally have his offense out there, how do you see him handling this week? Is he excited for that? Is there any last-minute anticipation? Just what's his demeanor been like?
Yeah, I'm sure he's excited, but he's the same Coach Dorsey that we know. There's been no differences in his attitude or his mindset. Again, we're going out there, and as an offense, our goal is to score on every drive. Now, is that possible? Not really, sometimes. But our goal is to go out there and just put our best foot forward, try to execute the play call, and again, not focus on the last play, but the next play.
How much, if at all, do you focus in the preseason and training camp on putting yourself in bad situations in practice? Because like you get out to start the season, there could be games that don't go according to script.
Yeah, Coach McDermott does that a lot to us in practice, and as much as an offense as we hate it, being in the 3rd and 12s and 3rd and 15s in practice, and the defense is just getting to call whatever they want. Being put in those situations is definitely going to help us, and it's going to pay dividends off, during the season. Just having that experience, and again, there's no experience like game reps. But again, when you go against a defense like ours in practice and in training camp every single day, it's only going to make you better.
Roger Saffold played with Aaron Donald. Do you have a little extra intel, maybe information with the offensive line, and you kind of
I think there's been a lot of guys that have probably played with Aaron Donald that had that information that really didn't matter. Again, I love our offensive line. They're working their tails off. Cromer and Dorsey are putting together a really good game plan right now. And again, it just comes down to Thursday night how we go out there and execute.
Last Wednesday, just a few days away. How do you embrace those internal expectations that we know you guys have, or managing the outside expectations that everyone else is talking about?
Yeah, again, it's week one of a long season. It's one game, and we're looking forward to playing this game, but it's not going to make or break our season. But the ultimate goal, like I said, is to win the Super Bowl, and you have to take it week by week, and this is week one. Thank you guys.